Today I'm at the Driving Sports Test Hill in Eastern Washington for a bit of spring cleaning. And I'm also performing an upgrade to my Ford Ranger. That's coming up right now on Driving Sports TV. Welcome to the Driving Sports TV Test Hill. This is our private off-road course where we do extreme testing on trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. Every year after the snow thaws and the hill dries out, there is maintenance that needs to be done. As you can see, nature is having its way with our roads. Shrubbery is growing right in the middle of the driving line, and that is not okay. Today I'm also going to find a location for a new road and sketch it out. I want to find something that is more challenging than the other roads we already have. Today I have my 2022 Ford Ranger Tremor Edition, an Ubco 2x2 electric work bike, and I also have Jason Fenske from Engineering Explained with a Ford Bronco Everglades.
Now, wait a minute. You said I could use your trails. You didn't say anything about being on camera.
Just smile. You want to go drive the electric bike while I finish this up? And there he goes, first time on an electric bike. Have fun, don't kill yourself. Before the fun really begins, I'm going to perform a small upgrade to my Ford Ranger. This is a throttle controller. Very popular in the off-road scene, it's a useful device that fine-tunes the throttle on pretty much any vehicle. With the new Ford Bronco, F-150, and new Ranger, throttle management is tied into several of the built-in drive modes. My truck doesn't have those, but I can add throttle control programs using the evcX from Ultimate 9. They are also a sponsor of this video. By allowing me to adjust throttle sensitivity on the fly, the evcX helps me tackle challenging conditions with less wheel spin and more control. The hardware unit is small and very easy to install. It only takes about 5 minutes. I just disconnect the throttle cable and insert the cable provided by Ultimate 9. They make a version for pretty much any vehicle. Once installed, I can easily select a variety of programs, more extreme ones for better launching, more conservative ones for better grip in off-road conditions. There's even an option to disable the throttle altogether. I probably should figure out where to mount this. There's so many, it's so small. There's just so many places I could put it. I could put it up here, put it down here. I'll figure that out a little bit later. Let's go ahead and give it a test. Now they do have an app for this, which is kind of cool because it gives me a little bit more information than just looking at the tiny display. And I love the fact that the tiny display actually shows you current settings, like I can look anti-slip. It also tells me the level of traction control that it gives me. Oh, I can adjust anti-slip. Ooh, that's cool. I'll do anti-slip 1. Now I can also use the app here. There it is, Ultimate 9 TC. And this gives me a very easy to read version. I just need a link to Bluetooth there, let it connect. Okay, and then I can easily switch between the different modes here, and that is instantaneous. Let me show you one of the coolest things here though. So in the different driving modes, there's one that is lock, and lock disables the throttle altogether. I can put my foot all the way to the floor. It is not going to move. And then I can basically put it in lock mode, disconnect the device, bring it home with me, and nobody can drive my car. That's the pedal going all the way down. Love it. The first setting I'm going to use here is valet, and that sets throttle control to 1, which means it's going to be the slowest throttle as you move in, because of course we've all had those valets who like basically hit the throttle and then, you know, spinning tires and all that. So this way I put it into valet mode, I take the device with me, and let's see what kind of launch we can do. Okay, it's pretty smooth. So this truck still has like lots of horsepower, but what it's doing is by cutting the throttle, like I am full throttle and I am just poking. Obviously it's gonna slowly accelerate, but it reduces the ability for somebody just to floor it. now we're going to try the Rattler. With the Rattler, I'm going to set this to anti-slip. Now what this should do is give me the most sensitivity with my throttle because it's a longer throw with less throttle being applied. So it gives me a more granular throttle essentially, which should help. Oh, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in neutral. Let's switch it to 4 high. Don't really need to do 4 low on this one. Okay, there we go. Now you might notice that the truck has different tires than it did before. We'll get to that in another video. I'm filming it next week. Okay, so here's the Rattler. Let's see how this does. Oh, and I see Jason's already been through here. Cool. Oh yeah, I feel this throttle. I can push a lot more of it before I get action. So that gives me a lot more sensitivity in the feel of the pedal. Oh, this is kind of nice. Now I'm just in 4 high, but it's so smooth because I have so much more variation in the pedal. So your pedal is always going to be 0 and 100. But what you can do is make it so that it's 1 through 50 and 100. Or you can make it 1, 50, and 100, which is how it is by default. By moving those numbers down, I get just a lot more play in the pedal, which gives me a much better off-road feel. Oh, so smooth. I really like this. I didn't think I would like this much. This is one of those things that people in the comments have been telling me to add. And I was like, nah. And then these guys reached out and said, hey, you want to try it? And I'm like, actually, yeah, I do. And I really like this. So I'm just in 4 high. I don't have a rear locker on. And I'm going to try the hard line on the inside. Let's see what that can do. Man, I really like the feel of the pedal now. This is really great. And then of course I can go back to a more aggressive pedal feel as soon as I hit the street, which is awesome. Yep. It makes it easier to not spin the tires when you have that more granular throttle control, which is exactly what you want when you're off-roading. Okay, let's try something harder. Okay, I'm still in anti-slip mode on the most sensitive setting. This is where I got the Raptor R stuck a few videos ago. Boulder behind me again. Darn it, mud on the inside. Just gonna slowly go through it. Of course, I don't have mud today because it's now dry. And yeah, the ability to modulate the throttle is just fantastic. I love this. Okay, and then going on up. Oh yeah. Nice. Okay, things are still challenging. Yeah, this is a tough corner. Obviously, a throttle controller doesn't actually add capabilities like a locker. I still need to use the locker down here. Let's try this again. There we go. Now we can just use that more sensitive throttle to ease myself up. No problem. Oh, I like this. And it's also great just to come out here and be able to thrash around on the course without having to film like a full review. So this is just fun for me. Having Jason out here is also great. It's great to see Jason. He lives in another part of the state, but he is in the Pacific Northwest also. And it's great to be able to share this hill, with him and give him the opportunity to kind of have some fun too. So I need to do as many passes as possible to help basically recover the trail. Over the last few months, a lot of vegetation grows in. This is the time of year that happens. And it's just, I need to get out here and tromp it down, stir it up. And of course, obviously doing a little off-roading is a great way to do it. I mean, with like big knobby off-road tires, have Jason out here in the Everglades, it's just great. Now that Everglades just entered the fleet, so hopefully I can get it in a month or so here, because it's down in the southern part of the state, but hopefully they bring it up. Man, being able to just vary the throttle, it is much more precise than it was before. I'm loving it, it's great. But now I did say I was gonna try to find some new roads here, so I had an idea. I want to build something up in the forest section, the dead forest. Now that forest died in a big fire that happened about a decade ago. It burned this whole valley. But the trees are dead. Trust me, the trees are very, very dead. What I want to do is put a trail through there that's more difficult than the other courses we have. Give a real challenge to vehicles like the Bronco Everglades and stuff. And I'm not going to be able to build the trail today, but I can at least kind of inspect the area and see where I want it to go. So that's going to require a little bit of brush clearing. I could either have it enter up by the top pad, but that's a very steep climb. Or I could do it right here. Let's see what this looks like. Let's try it on. Let's see what kind of an angle do we have here. Oh, let's put that rear locker on because I'm losing grip on one of the tires. Rear locker, heck, let's just go ahead and put it into low. Again, even though I have a throttle controller, you still need to use your tools. Okay, so let's see what kind of angle we have here. Let's see, up, up, up. Okay, we're at 17 degrees, 19, 20. Okay, we're at a 20-degree climb here. That's pretty good. Okay, I think this is something. I'm just gonna go back down. I'm gonna clear out a little of this area to kind of see what the surface actually looks like. It's hard to tell with all the shrubbery in the way. I think this is going to be a good one. Let's give it a try. Again, I'm in anti-slip mode, so that's going to really give me a very sensitive throttle, but this is still a difficult climb, so I'm trying to maintain momentum. Oh, I stopped a little. Okay, there we go. Still climbing, still climbing. Oh yeah, this will be great. And then we go up to the left here. Okay, I don't have any place to turn around, so I'm not going to go up there yet. And this truck is a little on the long side, so I'm going to go back down. But I think this is going to be a good one. Get the excavators in here next month, and we'll be filming on it by June. Okay, maybe the end of June. We'll see. Okay, come down. Make sure we don't slide. Awesome. Love it. Wonder what Jason's up to. Oh, there's Jason. He seems to be having fun in the Bronco Everglades. Huh. It's interesting that a lot of modern vehicles have some of the functionality of a throttle controller built in. It's part of the program modes, like the different drive modes. You have Eco, which would basically dull the throttle a little bit. And then you have also Sport, which makes it more aggressive, all that kind of stuff. That's all the stuff that's in here. In a vehicle like the Bronco Everglades, it also ties into like the four-wheel drive system. So it's a little more comprehensive. But this vehicle is too old. It doesn't have those program modes. So I love the fact that I can add the throttle control with this little thing. I just need to figure out where I'm going to mount it. Okay, well, we found some new roads. We cleared the ones that we have. And I had a chance to try out the evcX from Ultimate 9. All in all, pretty fun day. Oh, and Jason was here too.
Great.
For Driving Sports TV, I'm Ryan Douthit. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, share videos. We make them for you, and I hope you enjoy them.